Hello, dear yogis. We're going to do a short practice just to get your energy moving. Really good if you've been spending a lot of time sitting at work or at home and you just feel a little bit stagnant and you need to move your body kind of in all directions. So we're going to start with movement rather than with a centering. We're going to come straight to moving, okay, because you've probably been sitting a lot already. So just come to your tabletop position. Okay, and then with your hands under your shoulders and your knees pretty much under the hips, you're just going to start to make some circles with the hips. Okay, but this doesn't mean that we're not centering in. Okay, so you're drawing your awareness really into your body, into sensation that you feel around the hips, the knees, the wrists, the hands. And make those circles a little bit bigger. And add the shoulders, the arms can bend into this kind of wild cat-cow. So not your traditional cat-cow, your wild cat-cow, where you just free flow a little bit. And your neck might move with you. Lovely. And then just coming back to your tabletop again, but just take your hands just a little bit further forward than where they are. Maybe just a hand span further forward. Kind of straighten out your legs, so you lower the hips down a little bit towards the floor. The knees are still down. And then you're going to bend your arms and lower your chin and your chest down. Your toes might tuck under. Okay, then inhale to slide forward onto your belly into a little cobra. Then exhale, tuck the toes and just push back into a child's pose, but with the toes tucked. You can bring the head down for a moment. Take a breath, feeling into the shoulders, the upper back. Okay, and then we're going to inhale again and come back up. Bring the heart kind of in line with the hands again. You can keep the toes tucked. As you exhale again, bend the elbows, lower the chin and the chest. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly, lift the heart, point the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to that child's pose with toes tucked again. And just take one breath. Okay, and then with your next inhale, coming to a downward facing dog. Okay, so straightening out the legs and just walk them out. One leg bends, the other leg straightens. Your breaths deepen. You're using your breath, it's like you've opened up all the windows and the doors inside yourself, and you're just letting this fresh breath kind of blow through your whole internal landscape, all the rooms that might have got a bit stuffy during the day. Okay, let's inhale and rock forward to a plank. Feet might move a little bit back down the mat. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, you're going to draw back to a downward facing dog. And then exhale back to that plank again. Do that again. Inhale, step back to down dog. Exhale to plank. And then lower the knees. Inhale again. And then exhale, lower your chin and your chest, bending the elbows, keeping the bum in the air. Toes can stay tucked. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the air, 3-leg downward dog. Continue to breathe, just feel that nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Look up towards your hands and step that right foot forward between your hands and drop your left knee down into a low lunge. And this pose, it just in itself is really nice if you've been sitting all day, because you get a nice stretch in the hip flexors. Okay, so the front of the left hip. The hip flexors get quite tight if we sit all day. You can probably feel that. But so do the backs of the legs. So we're going to straighten out that right leg, bringing our weight back into that half splits. Inhale as you come forward again into the low lunge, and then exhale as you come back to that half splits. Do that one more time. Inhale to come forward, and exhale to come back. Inhale to come forward, and we're going to take a little bit of a twist, just bringing your left hand down. With your next inhale, you lift that right arm up, open up into a twist. Stay here for a breath. You can have your back toes tucked if you like for a little bit of extra stability. Okay, and then bring that hand back down. Step yourself back to your downward facing dog again. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air. 3-leg dog. Feel that stretch in the back of your right leg. You might circle your left ankle in the air. Just while it's here, you might as well loosen the ankle. Okay, and then look towards the hands and step that left foot through. Drop the right knee. So we're in our low lunge on the other side. So we feel a stretch in our right hip flexors. Okay, and just take a couple of breaths. Okay, and you can make little movements, okay? So you don't have to stay still in the poses. There might be just a little movement happening in the hips. Just feeling the elasticity of the muscles. Okay, and then we're going to straighten that front leg, walking the hands back. And then come forward again and match that with your breath. Maybe inhaling as you straighten the leg and come back. And exhaling as you bend the leg and come forward. Keep that going. A couple more times. Okay, staying forward. Right hand comes down. Inhale, lift that left arm open into a twist. And stay for a breath. Okay, and then bring that hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to your plank. Exhale, lower down your knees, come down onto your belly. Point your toes, inhale, lift up into cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes again and push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. Exhale, bring your right knee towards the left elbow, core plank. Inhale, push it back up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. So you rock the body forward into that plank position, but you're taking the leg with you. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, knee towards right elbow. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, step it through. Again, between the hands. Left foot a little bit out to the left. Nice bend in that right knee. We're going to come to a high lunge or a crescent lunge. So inhale, lift yourself all the way up. And then exhale, lower that back knee down. It doesn't have to touch the floor. It just bends and lowers slightly. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Release the hands down. Okay, and just step that left foot in a little bit and bring the left heel down. We're going to come to a pyramid pose. Okay, so inhale, bring the hands to the hips. And exhale to fold forward, hinging from the hips over that right leg. Okay, just till you get enough of a stretch in the back of your right leg. We'll stay for 2 more breaths here. Okay, and then inhale, you're going to lift back up. Lift your arms up. Bend into that front knee. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back down and step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Okay, so you're coming into your high lunge. When you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lower that back knee. Inhale, lift it up again. Exhale, lower it down. One more like that. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release the hands down. Plant the back heel down, bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale here, ready for your pyramid pose as you exhale. Folding over that left leg. And just coming to your edge, okay? Don't try and push past any tightness that you feel. Maybe even back away from it just slightly. And ease back in with breath. So again, using the awareness and the breath to open up all the windows and doors in your internal world, especially in the legs that might feel a bit stuck. Okay, bend a little bit through that front knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Kind of back to that crescent lunge, warrior one. And then exhale, hands come back down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to your plank. Exhale, lower down the knees. Come down onto the belly, point the toes. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, push back, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up into the air. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Inhale, back to that crescent lunge. And then exhale, plant the back heel, bend the front knee into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front knee, lift the palms up, touch overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Windmill that back arm forward and down. Step back, downward facing dog. We'll do that on the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg up into the air. Exhale, step it through between the hands, plant the back heel. Inhale, we're going to lift all the way up into warrior two. Exhale, sink into that front knee. Back toes turning in just slightly, back leg stays straight. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the palms to touch overhead. And then exhale, back to warrior two. 2 more times. From warrior two, windmill that back arm forward and down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Okay, big toes together. Knees a bit wider apart so your belly can fall between the legs. Maybe resting one hand on top of the other. This is our final pose. We've been moving constantly for 15 minutes. And before you take off and continue your day, your evening, let's just spend a few breaths here. Asking yourself, inviting yourself to come out of that doing, to come out of that striving, grasping that we can all kind of get stuck in through our work week. And coming into that softer way of being. The part of you that is already connected. That part of you that is innately intelligent and wise beyond its years. Okay, and then from here, just gently use your hands to push yourself back up to a seat. Let's just take a moment seated together before we rush off. Close your eyes, you can be cross-legged or kneeling. Just feel how this short movement practice has helped to realign you, to bring you back. You can kind of imagine this central line that runs all the way through the middle of the torso, from the very bottom here, all the way up through the crown of the head. Your central energy channel. And just feel and imagine that this central energy channel is now open. Connected to source. And ready for whatever else is ahead in your day or your evening. Bringing your hands together at your heart space. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.